I hold here the 10 most hated, it's on the other side, by the way, most hated NBA players in the NBA of basketball.
Of basketball. NBA players.
We just spent about 5 minutes, 10 minutes putting together I'll say we spent more than that, putting together our list of who we think are the most hated players in the NBA. Some subjectivity here. We'll discuss more than others. By the way, that's Jacque. He's not on the list. We like Jacque. That's why we bring him back. Make sure to check out Today and Sneaks on his YouTube channel.
My NBA days are over. Sorry.
I know. Actually, it's funny because we just showed a video of him when he was playing when he was 11. He changed his name from LeBron James Jr. to Jacque Slade. Interesting choice. So, Jacque, we start at number 10. Mm-hmm. Actually, we're going to start at 10 through 9, which we have LeBron, Kobe, and KG. We know that those are three people.
Yes.
But Kobe and LeBron are number 10 because they have been universally hated for so many years.
I go, okay, like these guys worked really hard to get where they are, and they work hard every single game. They're practicing hard, and they go hard in the game, and that passion is what people hate about them.
Yeah.
Like
people hate winners, but they're on everyone's list. I'm a huge Kobe fan, and I call myself a LeBron apologist. Number 9, KG. He talks a lot of trash.
A lot of trash.
Which is a very important facet of basketball. It's not quantitative. You can't find a value for it. But when it comes to the top of your head, best trash talkers of all time. Just a few off the top of your head you have to go with.
KG, definitely. I never saw Jordan do it, but like the stories from like talking to like some of the older guys that were in the league, and they were like, Jordan talked a lot of trash. And I never like really saw it, but like now I see it with KG. Like you see it with KG. Like it's obvious. Like there's no question. Like you see him he's so passionate about the game. And I've heard stories that like if you're on his team, like you're part of his family.
Okay. I thought
No. If you're on his team, you're part of his family. But once you leave the team,
you're done.
You're like exiled. It's like a Game of Thrones where you're just like we're done with you. You are out of the kingdom. You will die.
Yeah. So we move forward now. 8 and 7 are devoted to 8 Blake Griffin. I know you're not for the Blake Griffin.
I'm not. I think Blake's really been working on his shot. His mid-range jumper is amazing right now. He's doing really well. I know some people within our studio environment would like to suggest that he isn't a fourth quarter player. I think he's developing his game, but I'm not opposed to Blake. I don't see him as a hated player. I think his dunks and his general jovial attitude makes him liked by a lot of people.
We're getting the crybaby signal on Blake. I think he's also he's in too many commercials.
You think too many commercials?
Yeah, he's in every NBA commercial. Like there's the Kia, not Kia, or whatever it is. Kia commercials.
Yeah.
There's the.
You know why? Because people love him.
Oh, I thought you said because people love Kias, man. They're great cars.
No, because people love Blake. I think the NBA knows we have a marketable face here, and we're going to use him.
Number 7 is the entirety of the Clippers. Blake Griffin.
So
I can't. I'm going to leave a couple guys out of there. I can't throw any hate at Chris Paul. I love Chris Paul. Personally.
Well, but he's the leader of the team. If you're going to hate the Clippers, you're going to have to, like...
I know. Logically, yes. I'm taking logic out of the equation.
Oh, okay. The impression that they're crybabies, but I don't think they cry any more than the other team. I think it's just because they have 2 superstars on their team.
There's a lot of vines. There's some vines. You can see of Chris Paul jumping. Blake! Screaming at Blake all the time.
Well, he's a leader.
Yeah,
somebody's got to yell.
But not even so much now. It's more the Josh Smiths of the world, the Lance Stevensons of the world, who before they came to the Clippers were hated and still pretty much are. And Austin Rivers is the worst player in the NBA, which is just, it's so offensive, but like it's so true. He's the worst player in the NBA. And on top of that, they're led by the Dark Lord of the Dark Lord of basketball. Doc Rivers.
How's he the Dark Lord?
Because he manipulates the media. We move forward. We'll go through a little quicker here. Number 6 is James Harden.
Mr. Flop.
It makes every single list. Just the way, it must be really hard to like play basketball for enough time. Do you think he walks to the kitchen, walks to the bathroom like this?
Flop. Yeah.
Looking for fouls.
Looking for a foul in his own home. Wakes up in the morning, rolls out of bed,
cooks some food, but out here.
Yeah.
We move forward to 5 and 4. Chris Humphries, basically because he married a Kardashian.
Yeah, that'll mess you up sometimes.
Yeah, but it's funny because I'll give Lamar Odom the pass because Khloe is the coolest Kardashian.
Agreed, 100%.
And Kris married Kim, who now has an emoji line.
Right, but she's also married to Kanye, who is like the biggest guy in the music world outside of Drake.
I like Kanye. I like old school Kanye.
Like old school Kanye?
Big fan.
Graduation Kanye?
College Dropout.
College
Kanye.
Dropout. Oh, College Dropout.
Yeah, I also like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Good album. Chalmers and Waiters, so similar. Jacque, would you like to go into description? Okay, can you now show us Dion Waiters? Yeah, man. That is precise. We don't even say anymore. Number 3, Carmelo Anthony.
It's Carmelo. See, now I want to show love to Carmelo because I really like Carmelo. I just feel like he never peaked, or he peaked when he like kind of came into the league. He peaked.
He hasn't changed anything of his game.
I expected so much of him, and maybe it's my fault.
Yes. It goes to Denver. Denver immediately becomes a playoff team, and then the Knicks get him. The hard part to hate Carmelo overall, and this is what so many New Yorkers give him so much hate for. New Yorkers want him to leave, but he's got like the mentality that he's like, I love this city.
Right.
I would never betray you.
Right.
Like, that's everything you want a superstar player to say, and we sit there and we're like,
everything.
No, you can go back to Denver. I mean, like, Denver's not that far. If you want to, Chicago's close. If you want to come back and hang, you're welcome here.
And why?
Just don't play for us.
If they get that wish and Carmelo leaves, his team's going to win a championship.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to be, every Knick is going to, it's like the eternal Knick fan conundrum. Like, they always want the best for their team, and then they end up putting themselves in a worse situation.
Yeah. Well, our owner is James Dolan, who's number 2 on the list. Oh, no, I misread that. That is Rajon Rondo. Or is it Rajon Rondo?
I think it's Rajon.
It is Rajon Rondo.
Is it Rajon or Rajon?
You want to look up some fun highlights. Look up Kentucky's point guards, all of them, in the past like 10 years. Watch Rondo, watch John Wall and Bledsoe together. Oh, that was fun.
Amazing.
Side note, I might leave this link in the description, but I usually don't. So Rondo is, according to Bryant Scalabrine, rating the most misunderstood player in the NBA.
I would agree with that. I think, like, Rondo,
kind of
he had a great situation with the Celtics.
Oh yeah.
For a long time.
Oh yeah.
And he was a big part of those teams and what they were able to accomplish. And I think after that, when that team kind of was broken up, and it just left him in a weird position. And since then, he's been tough to understand. I think he expects a lot of himself, and he expects to perform a certain way, and he hasn't found the right way to express that.
Number 1, Dwight Howard.
Hate. I have so much hate in my heart.
Yeah. And now enter Houston Rockets fan nation, screaming and mad and angry. We know you love your Rockets, but Dwight Howard is not a likable guy. And he just keeps adding to his legacy of hate by saying, I don't want to play in Houston anymore. Like, because he can't play with any scores. He needs to play on a team where Orlando. Go back to Orlando. We're good. The list is fine. I'm not making it up, by the way. This literally was our list.
Yeah. So agree with Dwight. Agree. As a person born in the Los Angeles area, I was excited
he hurt you
to know that Dwight was coming to Los Angeles and he would be a part of the Laker organization.
So you didn't put up the billboard to keep him here?
I did not.
Yeah.
I did not. After seeing his performance, and people was like, "Oh, he was hurt" and things like that. He may, like we were saying earlier, he may work out just as hard as everyone else in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he does. I don't think he does. I think he's been blessed with a lot of talent, and because he's been blessed with that talent, he doesn't feel like he needs to do anything to improve that talent.
Yeah. He's playing in a league where if he came into it in the Jordan era, man, he would have dominated. He might have been the best center out of any of those guys.
He definitely is more talented to those guys.
Old school basketball. Man.
Definitely more talented.
Back to the basket don't work anymore. I mean, in certain systems, yes, but we're moving to the small ball era. Dwight, you are the number 1 most hated. If you'd like to see our list, I'll leave it somewhere in the description box. Who knows? Leave your 10 most hated NBA players in the comments section below. You don't have to agree with us, but we know we're right. Like, favorite, subscribe, follow Jacque on Twitter @Cousteau, same on Instagram as for myself @JasonRubin91, and the same on Instagram We'll see you next time.